Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Two Poops in a Pod. We got
Yeah,
we
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 got our
Eli.
we got our
Eli.
second guest, Eli guy. Why don't you start us off, buddy? You're the guest. You're the man of this episode.
Start you off. Well, let me tell you all. Um, I'm very glad to be on this podcast. It's
Let's
been an
go.
honor.
Hmm
In all of my 70 years of existence,
Is
always
this the
been,
best thing you've ever done?
I've always wanted to be on like a podcast specifically called Two Poops in a Pod.
Really?
And so I told my children that,
Why?
my two daughters, I was like, I really want a podcast to exist called Two Poops in a Pod. So they made a podcast many, many years back. But then I realized, wait, no, those are my daughters. They're like girls. That's like lame. That's like weird. I don't want to be on that
No,
podcast.
but the thing is, Elisha
So
wasn't.
no, no, no.
It wasn't
I'm
two
still
years ago. It
talking
was like
about.
a couple months ago.
Did you?
It was like 6
No, no,
months
hush,
ago.
hush, hush. No, 7 years ago this happened.
No,
And then
the channel was
so I had
created
to wait.
6 months
Shush.
ago.
Just let him explain.
I
He's the
waited.
guest.
I waited 70. I waited 70 years to be on a Two Poops in a Pod episode with two men, and now it's happened.
Oh, so not the other two poops in a pod. It has to be two men specifically.
Yeah, those two girls.
Yeah, we don't.
Those are my daughters.
So you never.
Those are my daughters.
Oh, okay.
They made one
Yep.
months ago.
Yep.
That's fun.
Cool.
I know.
You got anything else to say, buddy? Because we started without any topics.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad to be on here. Every time I listen to like a Two Poops in a Pod episode, it literally feels like I'm in a call with you guys. So sometimes I almost
Yeah.
have the instinct to like respond myself, and like I feel like I have to talk because it literally just feels like I'm in a call, partially because the audio quality just sounds like a call.
Hey
But,
now, hey, we try our best.
I know. No, I'm
does
just saying,
sound
like Isaac does, since you're literally over a call. It's good. It works. It's good. No hate.
All right. Yeah,
But,
it's good to have you. You probably would have been on first if Nick hadn't asked before you.
Nick needed this.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had to
but-
be on.
Desperate.
And then James was only on because Muncher couldn't even make it to the second episode.
I loved
Mhm.
I loved both of the guest appearances. I don't know. It did get kind of heated with Nick. That was funny when they were like talking about South Park or whatever. That
Mhm.
was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love
he was DMing me after that. Like, that's a good podcast episode. Like, if I heard all that arguing in just a podcast that I wasn't a part of, I would have been so entertained.
Ayo, guys, we need to argue then. Elisha, I think I don't like the way you
Isaac,
the way you get mad after
watching-
you get fired from your job. Like, why do you just get mad after you get fired from your job? It doesn't make
Isaac,
sense.
we gotta watch more variety of TV shows. All right, let's watch
Nah.
the Fairly Odd Parents.
No.
I feel like if you guys actually tried though, like you could easily start a real argument.
We
Like
can,
let's get
we
this
can.
let's get
Not
this
hard,
stirred
let's-
up.
I just can't think of anything to start right now.
Like actually, what are you
Well,
mad about each
Mario
other right
Brothers movie. The Super
I don't
Mario.
know. There's nothing we're really mad about right now at each other.
Well, then let's start it. Listen,
now? Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers movie is great because it's Super Mario, you know.
Okay, we've
Every-
talked about this movie way
Sorry.
too much on the podcast. I don't want movies
Changing
to
the
become
subject, I see.
changing the
generic.
subject, Elisha.
It's generic, Isaac. Isn't that right?
No, it's not. And second of all, I'm not gonna argue with you because I know it's gonna become the whole podcast if we're not careful, Elisha.
All right. To be fair, yeah, Mario movie is kind of a boring topic at this point.
Yeah.
The Switch. No, we're not even mad about the Switch anymore. We always get mad about that, but now he doesn't play the Switch anymore, so it's like a non-issue.
All he needs is his Geometry Dash and Google Snake.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even play Google. I only play Google Snake when I'm in the calls.
Only
life-
while we're
This is
recording.
like
Yeah, that's
My
the only
life
time
has
I ever
been
played it.
Isaac since I was at camp.
You just like completely turned into a robot there, and I'm recording the call, so
See?
you're gonna have to repeat that.
I've had a bit of a
You
lack
guys,
of Isaac's
does it
got
ever happen?
over me, bud.
Oh, shut up,
Here's an
Alicia. Does
argument.
this ever
Isaac,
happen? No, okay,
Isaac,
I'm gonna talk
please
first. You
don't.
talk second. No, I talk first, you talk second. So, does this ever happen to you when you're on Discord and it just, I don't know, it just asks, "Are you human?" It's kind of funny. I
Only
was
when
just
I'm
on
Uh,
watching.
Discord and it asked me, am I human?"
Discord doesn't do that to me.
Discord does that to me quite often.
I get
Or
plenty of websites that will ask me if I'm human, but not Discord.
no, just while using it randomly. I mean, maybe I'm just talking like a bot or something,
What
and
are
then they
you
just
doing? What are you
I
doing on Discord?
I was just talking with people, and they asked, "Wait, are you human?" And then I had to confirm that I was a human.
Oh, I've been there.
Has
I
that
have
happened to you,
not been
Elisha?
there.
I
Has that
haven't.
happened to you, Elisha?
Only when I'm logging back into an account after I'm done using Intrapark, but I haven't done that in like years.
It just
I'm
happens
done with my
randomly.
alt phase. Remember my alt phase, guys,
I
where I just
remember your alt phase.
Yeah,
You would.
I loved my alt phase.
created out. I just realized the Natalie Nia situation is just really mean, bro.
It is mean.
Mhm.
That's
I
just
know it.
so mean, bro. Okay, we gotta
Look,
explain it to them now because we mentioned it.
I was actually just in a call with Cake last night, who was
hey,
yeah.
I'm
That's his
hey,
name now, and I'm used to it at this point. Uh,
I'm
and he's a part of this story, so
wait, you
Yeah,
want me to
you
tell it?
gotta. Yeah, you should tell it, Elisha.
Okay. Once upon a time, um, I remember why it started too. The Pix or at the I'll just call it Pixel because that's what it was called at the time. The Pixel server, right? This is
mhm.
all of our like me, Wooshi, Muncher, Dangus, all of our favorite and Nick, our favorite servers, right? We talked in every day, and we were trying to see how we could get mod. And me and Nick had a theory that if there was a woman that just asked for mod, that they'd get it. So I made an alternate account with like a girl anime girl profile picture, and I asked, "Hey, can I get mod?" And I don't actually remember how that went. I think they didn't let me. But I just started talking to Pixel, and then I talked to Pixel every day as Natalie Nee, and he literally, dude, I haven't thought about this in forever, and he literally thought that it was like an actual girl. It was like an actual woman that he was talking to. Um, man, thinking about this now is really interesting because that was literally like, okay, cut to the end of the story. Basically, what happened? Me and Pixel just talked every single day. I was on this woman account, and then on the very last, um, at the very end, I think. Oh yeah. We called, and then oh yeah, now it's all coming back. So Pixel wanted to call Natalie Nee, and so I said that I was mute and I couldn't talk. um, and so I joined the call, but I like muted myself.
Just said
And so
your voice. I think he would have believed that.
exact. So I told him that I was mute, and so I listened and like texted as I listened to him in a call, and then one day I accidentally turned the face cam on, and he saw that it was my face.
How did he react?
He didn't really do like in the call. He didn't do anything. When it happened, I immediately just hung up and like laid on my bed with my face just right facing my bed. I was just laying there. I was just thinking about my life, freaking out. And then I slowly opened it again, and Pixel was like, Eli? Who's that guy in the camera? Because it looks just like Eli guy. Wait, did I say Eli? He didn't refer to me as Eli if I said that. I don't remember.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, no, he was talking to Natalie. But Natalie said, "Oh, wait, no, I didn't have a lie to cover this up. I couldn't think of anything. I thought about
Say that's your
saying,
boyfriend. Hey, that's my
oh wait, where did
boyfriend.
it go? Oh, I forgot about this.
In that call that I had with him last night, I actually sent him the Two Poops in a Pod channel. So do you have anything you want to say to him about that? If he's watching this?
Um, Cake, I'm sorry. I feel like it's in the past,
Yeah,
so
it is.
you're not. I feel like you're probably not terribly mad about it, but that was when I was an impulsive child.
No, he's
And
he's
I'm sorry.
cool with you now. He
Oh
wants
yeah,
to like do a
you're
collab with the
much.
both of us someday.
Yeah, you are much better nowadays, Elisha. You definitely wouldn't do that nowadays. I know you.
I haven't actually finished the story, but basically, in the call, I was trying to think of some lie. I thought about saying, "Oh, that's just a cardboard cutout I have," but I mean,
That's
if the video camera
horrible.
was, he could probably clearly see me like moving around and being three-dimensional. So I was like, no, no, I can't do that. So I just logged out of the account and just thought on it for like hours. And then later I just texted him on the Eli Guy account and I like came clean. But the point is I was very sad afterwards. I felt really, really bad. And no, I think that's all there is to it. It was really sad. I felt bad about it.
What else did you do in that server? Like you were a pretty like wild guy at that point in time.
I was a wild guy.
You were a
Um
goofy dude. Like absolute loony weasel of a man you were.
I was 14, so I was like Isaac, but like different.
Mhm.
I
14
might have been.
PSA for everyone watching, 14 is a garbage age.
I'm 15
I'm not.
now, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't
You
say.
cool now.
I mean, sometimes it's. I don't know, garbage. It's a very. It's just wild. It's wild. Sometimes it's awful. Sometimes it's like really, just I guess interesting.
You don't have to
Sometimes
sugarcoat
it's
it.
fun.
We can be honest here.
Nah, nah. This is what I think.
I mean, how a lot of people view it and how Dangus
It's
views it,
nostalgic.
his brother,
At the very least, it's
is
nostalgic.
Dangus thinks that 14-year-olds are just jerks, which I don't completely disagree with, but like,
14 is a wild age. But let me think what I did in that server. I don't know. I did so much I can't think of a specific thing. Oh yeah, Silverlink. I decided to have a crush
oh
on
my
Silverlink
gosh.
because I thought it would be funny. And then Linkushi was like, "Dude, she's a year younger than you. You can't do
You're younger.
that." I forgot. Did that mean that I was like 14 and she was 13, or I was 15 and she was? It's not. That's normal.
Yeah, that's not
Anyways, I
like
didn't. Yeah,
I was
it's
always
not.
like
It's
really I mean, I feel like this is still something that applies to me, but I'm always like really inoffensive whenever I'm texting in servers like that.
you are. You never like cause drama or anything. You
Mhm.
just like kind of listen. But uh, I didn't actually have feelings for Silverlink. I remember that now. I didn't. I just said that I did for attention. That was all that was. And because it could lead to potentially funny slash quirky, awkward, embarrassing moments. Ooh, blush.
It led to Dangus making those like fake Eli Guy 2 videos of you like
Oh
confessing your
yeah.
feelings.
Perfect. That's the definition of quirky, awkward, goofy, silly. Haha.
Mhm. You got exactly what you wanted.
I forget how many love interests there are in Eli Guy. Like that's another one right there. There've been so many.
Too
That's an
many.
entirely different conversation topic.
There have been so many, Elisha. You need to get a girlfriend.
I'm working on it.
He's
Is
working
this
on it.
is this what you want me to talk about now,
Let's
or do
hear
No,
you
I
it,
want
don't.
buddy.
I do not want you to talk about this.
to?
Not.
Fair
But you
enough.
should.
I will.
I mean, it's fine if you don't want to talk about it, but do you want to talk about the Walmart thing?
Oh yeah, Walmart. I had my Walmart orientation today, and I arrived like on time. I was there at 3 o'clock. Basically, what happened? The person from Walmart just told me to arrive or like meet her inside the pharmacy doors. I didn't really know what that meant, but now I realize that means like the doors to Walmart. that are closer to the pharmacy section. But what I somehow interpreted it as go to the pharmacy section in Walmart. So I went there. I was there at 3 o'clock, and apparently Greta went down and tried to find me and see me, but she didn't, and so she canceled the orientation. And now later she texted me that I'm just not gonna work there. I guess she didn't want to do orientation, which sucks. But I feel fine about it now, just because I applied for a couple other jobs, and
Mm.
I'm probably gonna get somewhere just because I applied for so many places.
Okay,
So, yeah,
Walmart probably
well,
isn't gonna be like the funnest place to work from what I've heard.
yeah, it
Ev-
wouldn't.
Everyone who I've like who's worked at Walmart that I've heard from said it was miserable.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true that I have
Mm.
heard that also. And if this is any showing of what it will be like, then nah.
Yeah, what else
Yeah,
are you
if
applying
everyone
for?
acts like that, then that's just.
I
But no
applied
one-
for I applied for Pizza Ranch for like the third time. I applied for Burger King,
I
and
don't think
then
Pizza Ranch is gonna accept you at this point, Elisha.
to
Dude,
be
you have to get
fair,
over Pizza Ranch.
I know,
She
I know.
doesn't
It is
want
a
you,
nice.
bro.
To be fair,
I mean, I don't
times
work
have
there though.
changed. I've matured. Maybe if I give her a second chance, her meaning Pizza Ranch, maybe I've gotten hotter too. So,
Maybe you can.
um,
You gotta play hard to get with her. Maybe like I didn't
you gotta
want that
play hard.
job anyways. I was just testing you to see if you would realize that.
Casey
Yeah,
seems kind of interested in me though. She's pretty hot.
yeah.
Casey's.
Casey's,
You
yeah.
gotta
Um,
work with Casey's. Casey's. She thinks you're attractive.
Mhm.
I know.
Did you have an
She
application
sent
to
me
date
text
her?
messages. She said, "Huh?
Did you get an application to date Casey's?
Yeah, I applied. I applied to date Casey's. And she seemed sort of interested, although I think it was a robotic response. But she texted me. She was like, "All right, you're gonna receive updates about it." And I don't know. I liked that because neither Burger King nor Pizza Ranch did that, so that
There
made me
you
happy.
go.
I know, I know.
You're getting somewhere.
Wow, I guess we did end up talking about Eli Guy love interest. All right.
Maybe a little bit, you know.
I gotta apply for more than one job. I applied for the Silk Road. I don't know if they're gonna accept it though. I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Oh
I
yeah, Silk Road.
I haven't even been applying
Or
ever since
no,
I quit
I meant
Pizza
I
Hut.
didn't mean Silk Road. I meant Cafe Brulee. It's a restaurant.
Like you know how things are going for the friend group. Like we're scheduling stuff every week, and that's not gonna work for me applying for jobs.
Hey, when school starts, it'll be perfect.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yep.
because it was summer. I do want to schedule a sleepover sometime though.
Another one.
Hanging out with
You know what?
Malachi
It'll be
tomorrow.
fun. It'll be fun. I still haven't gotten you your birthday gift.
That's
Yo,
true. Why didn't you give it to him at the grad party? Did you just forget or something?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that at all.
Darn. That was the
good
whole
burger
night
too.
of the grad party. That was so fun.
You
Good
want
burger.
you want to talk about the grad party? Is that what you're saying?
It was
Uh,
fun. Yeah, I enjoyed the grad party.
I'm just saying things that are relevant and on my mind. Grad party, I just liked that we had the entire gang. Except for
Mhm.
Eric from camp, since he's part of the friend group. We didn't have him.
What
He's
happened to
part of
Nick?
the friend
Like,
group now.
what happened to Nick and like complaining about trying to invite a bunch of people to a friend group? I feel like he'd be really
Honestly,
against that.
I kind of agree with Nick
Um,
on that, to be honest.
no, that I know that was a joke about Eric. Um, remember when Nick was like, "Hey, you're in our friend group now." That's what I was referencing.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a goofy joke.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, Nick's against inviting everyone to the friend group. That's kind of a personal conversation, though. So
Yeah.
True. I mean, no amount of explaining is probably gonna make that like fun to watch.
it's just kind of
Mhm. Muncher, give
Yeah.
us something. Give us something to talk about, buddy.
I don't know. I I don't have all that much to talk about.
What have you been up to? What's life looking like?
It's very boring. Like honestly, even I'm getting bored of my own life right now.
That's a
Nothing
shame.
except for school
man.
starting soon, which I'm not that sad about. Normally, I would be so sad. Wouldn't want to do anything at all because of how sad I am that school's starting. But this year, I'm just honestly just kind of accepting it.
That's good.
Yeah, that's I mean, I've got a lot going on. I'm not actually gonna talk about this until a later date because I don't want to spoil anything, but there's like YouTube stuff happening involving other YouTubers that I'm doing.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I
Sounds
didn't know.
boring, but okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
Sounds
it's been
opposite of
really
boring.
exciting.
Sounds pretty boring, but okay.
Sounds the opposite of boring.
We might get a new Discord server to talk in with new people.
Oh, with new people, I was gonna say.
Yeah, new people. I only know one of the people.
Actually,
yeah.
that's pretty exciting.
That's kind of hype actually.
And I'll announce everything once we get our first video out, but it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. Are you
First
making
video.
new friends, Whoosh?
What?
I'm making friends.
You're leaving Team 1UP and joining a new community? What the heck, dude?
Why I left the Team 1UP community?
Honest, the thought of Team 1UP being in Discord community is kind of funny. Like we were all just on Discord and there was so many servers.
Mm-hmm.
True. Our life was very Discord based even last year.
Yeah, ever since like 2020 it has been.
No one talks in
Yeah.
Narrow Galaxy anymore, bro.
I guess it was. I don't know. For some reason, I thought that it got started up again in like 2021, which it kind of did with Eli Guy Fan Club
Mm-hmm.
and like talking to Josie and like Pup and Spim. But all three of them kind of died off in the friend group.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can. Pup is still like. I mean, I could
Pup is
start
there.
I could start up a conversation with Pup any day.
Yeah,
but he's not like an actual like really member of the friend group. He's just a
Yeah.
Discord person at this point.
Did you guys ever consider him part of like the main friend group?
Well, I don't think we've felt that way about any online friends.
That's
I
true.
mean, to be fair, here's my counter argument. You remember that Gravity Falls intro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where at the end, the Bill Cipher wheel, Pup was literally on that.
I mean, we had to fill up a lot of people in that. We didn't have enough real life friends.
yeah.
I guess we didn't. We had James though. Why didn't I add
Elijah,
James?
Elijah, was that the reason you were saying that on the walk that Pup was part of our official friend group a year ago?
Yeah, that is why I was saying that because
that might be the stupidest reason I've ever heard, bro.
hear me out.
That's
That's how I thought of it. That was how I thought of it at the time.
Why didn't
I
you
thought
put
of-
James on the cipher wheel? Was that like your anti-James
no.
phase?
No, that wasn't then.
Was it
I
just
didn't-
was it pre-James? Was it
It
just
was
pre-James?
not pre-James. I just didn't really think of him in that much in the friend group at the time. Was he in Marrow Galaxy
I don't know.
at the time? I don't remember either.
Pre-James era was such a crazy era.
Pre-James.
Yeah, James, you missed out on a lot if you're watching this.
You missed out on pre-James and Malachi is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was mainly Discord focused. Honestly, I never really was much into the Discord part of our friend group.
I got really into the Discord stuff, especially if I was talking to like an actual cool one. Like Cake is the only one coming to mind, but I have a lot of like online friends that I like.
Yeah, I was big in the Gamer27 community, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you believe there was a time when I was like right behind Gamer27 in terms of main characters in that server?
Mm-hmm.
I was right behind him, dude. Do we have to explain all of this to the
I mean,
I don't know.
Do they know?
I don't think they're gonna
I
care.
don't
I think we've mentioned Gamer Gang before.
that much.
I mean, the
Yeah.
context is kind of there. Like we're talking about Discord servers that we're in.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and we're probably not gonna talk about it as much because memories online are way less memorable than memories from real life.
Mhm.
I feel like the reason Team One Up, like me, Mally, Micah, and Nick, the reason it was that group is because all four of us were very active, like on Discord.
That's probably how it happened. And then poor Muncher got shoved under the rug.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I just was not active. I didn't even I remember I don't know if I had access to Discord at that point. Did I?
I
I
don't.
don't even know.
You were pretty late into Discord.
Yeah, I got access to it and then it just barely talked at all on one of my
You were
accounts.
late.
I just didn't
Now
really I just didn't just felt kind of not good talking on Discord. I didn't like it.
it's just Snapchat exclusively now. Not
Yeah.
exclusively, but that's mainly what it is for me.
I love Discord. I love like finding small communities on it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Discord is a lot better than Snapchat, but Snapchat just has more people. And I don't think it would be practical to just tell everyone in our friend group to move to Discord
Mhm.
and just abandon Snapchat, since we've all gotten used to Snapchat at this point.
I don't want to abandon Snapchat, but I don't want to be active on it either.
You literally never go on Snapchat. I
Yeah.
send you
Hope you
snaps and
do at
you
some
open them
point.
like 5 days later. Bro, you gotta check your snaps more, bro.
I'm not gonna. I don't wanna.
Why
I
not?
hope you. I hope you do.
I mean,
What if I send you an
I'll look at
awesome
people's
snap?
stories sometimes, but I don't.
Wishy,
I just
wishy,
don't enjoy it like I
wishy,
enjoy Discord.
wishy,
What?
wishy. What if I send you another snap like Puss in Boots is Never Afraid?
If you want me to see your Puss in Boots is Never Afraid videos, you gotta send it to me on Discord, okay? They made it so you
Okay.
can send videos of more gigabytes now, so you can pretty much
Really?
Wait,
send
really?
any
How
short
long
clip.
can the how long can the videos be?
It's not a length thing, but they significantly increase the amount of megabytes it can be.
That's good since I
Like
had
you can just film a
it
quick
had to be
clip and
like
then send it
under
on Discord.
it really had to be like under 3 seconds before, bro. It was so annoying.
It could be as long as you want, as long as it's under 8 megabytes, which isn't much.
Yeah, but pretty much pretty much it's hard to I don't know how much megabytes a certain
Before,
amount of
you
stuff
had to
takes
go on a
up.
website and compress the video, but now you can pretty much just like record whatever you want, as long as it's not too long, and then send it, which is a huge improvement.
Yeah. Back to friend group talk and who's in it.
Hmm.
I'm really. I don't know why, but I'm really satisfied with like the main eight on in our friend group. Like I
That's
feel like
true.
definitively right now it's me, Isaac, Micah, Mally, Corey, Nick, James, and Malachi. That's just kind of the definitive eight as
Hmm.
I see it. I don't know. I thought about making fan art of all of them, and I like how there's not really a main one either. There's like no main character in that big group of people.
I
Yeah.
They
mean,
just all are.
yeah, we're all kind of our own main characters sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes I feel like some people are more than others, but not really.
Because we're all always just off on our own adventures too. Like we're not always gonna be together all at the same time, you know. Like different stuff is
exactly.
happening for us at
Very,
different times.
it's
I mean,
very
heck,
hard to get us all
Corey
together.
and Corey and James have hardly are not even really friends.
Yeah.
They're just kind of acquaintances, but they're both they're
Our
both
friend
still in
group
friend group
isn't yeah,
legitimately.
our friend group isn't like and also just lives in all different places.
Hmm.
We do
Like
all the
there's
it's
three that
a
live
strange
close
friend
together.
group. It's a very strange friend group. Just like
It is
literally one of them lives in Minnesota. That's so weird.
like 4 hours away from the rest of us.
How did that happen? Just kind of did.
But
Yeah,
I
just
just
goes like
beat
that.
cousins with Nick.
Hmm.
I like that none of us really have a problem with anyone else either.
Yeah.
Not even I. I certainly don't with James anymore.
Yeah,
I
same. Honestly, I've totally gotten over that drama.
and then Corey was I think Corey doesn't really have a problem with James.
Yeah,
Corey
he
is
was explaining how he's totally neutral to James on the way back from the grad party.
yeah.
He did think his little gags was funny though. Like,
I feel like out of everyone in the main friend group, I feel like Corey and James are the least close.
yeah,
I feel like they
definitely.
have potential to be friends. They do have legit potential. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I'm
I
curious.
feel like they could be friends.
Yeah, I can kind of see it.
I feel like Corey would find a lot of James's jokes funny.
Yeah.
Similar humor to like me, you, and Micah and Isaac and everyone.
Wait, do you know our dog Ellie?
Of course he
Elisha.
does.
So we have a
Me?
dog Ellie, and I just
You
realized
have a dog named Ellie?
telling Corey jokes is kind of like telling Ellie a joke. It feels like
You tell
Ellie
your
and
dog
Corey
jokes?
no, Corey and Ellie react the same way to being told jokes.
Wait, so does
I'm not even joking.
does no one in your family want to hear jokes, so then you tell the dog about it?
I do tell the dog jokes sometimes. Just to have someone to tell.
Just to
jokes,
test if they can speak English.
Isaac's favorite
so I
joke to
can
tell
tell
dogs
someone the joke.
Thanks, no?
Just so I can have someone hear my joke without judging it.
That is so sad.
Hey, I hear all your jokes, Isaac, and I don't
Yeah,
think.
but you
I mean,
you
I
get mad at them sometimes. If I tell
only
too many
sometimes.
jokes.
Only if you
Not
say it
true.
too much. I still appreciate them.
Yeah, that's fair.
I love your
I
jokes,
yeah, I appreciate my jokes too.
even the
Wait,
poop
okay.
ones.
This is kind of random, but can we acknowledge that I feel like Isaac and James have the potential to be like the Nick and James of the group if they
Yeah,
just
honestly, I
came
feel like we
close.
do if we talked more.
But if
Yeah,
anything, they're two of the like those two's relationship is one of the like least strong of the group.
Yeah,
But
I
it
feel
could
like
be
we do have
the most
potential.
strong. I feel like
It's just because we don't talk much.
when in
you gotta talk
reality
more.
they're
You
just
gotta
like
we gotta set you and James up on a DM call. That's how you really get close to him.
Yeah.
exactly. I was calling James like only him the other day, and it was fantastic.
Yes, I've done that before too. It's
I'm
very
gonna
pleasant.
talk to James. What should I tell James?
Just talk to him about anything. We have a whole friend group in common.
I know.
It's
Send
not
him
that
another
hard.
poop joke like you did on Nick's episode.
Yeah, wait. Oh, I do remember that. I just watched that the other day. Send him a poop joke.
He's cooking something up.
Yeah, I'm thinking of one.
You need a good one this time, because you want to start a
Yeah.
call out of this.
What do you call a brown Fruit Loop?
A poop donut.
No,
Make that a
a
poop donut.
a fruit poop.
Oh, actually, that's
You know that's better than poop donut.
Yeah,
He's gonna love it. He's gonna love it.
Wait, where Isaac? Did you come up with that yourself?
yes. I
That's
was
a
just
good.
thinking of stuff, and I was just thinking of stuff that rhymes with poop, and I thought loop, and I was like, hey.
That's a good one. You should tell that to Ellie later.
Yeah, I think
Or
Ellie's
May.
gonna like that one.
I
Ellie's
mean,
gonna love-
oftentimes May just walks away when I'm telling her jokes, but Ellie doesn't.
Oh.
Ellie's the
May's
only
like
person in the
May's just like the rest of the family.
yeah. Ellie's the only person I can truly tell my jokes to on without stopping, and she'll never walk away.
This podcast hits different. It feels like an actual conversation between us.
It
That's because we
does.
just went in without any topics, and we don't even care about explaining stuff this time around, which hopefully won't be too confusing.
I mean, we've
Yeah.
explained enough. Basically, no. James is a person in our friend group.
James is the last thing you should explain. We mention him every episode.
We've explained James so many times. I feel like we've explained everyone in our friend group to a high extent, except maybe Malachi, which you probably have.
True. We haven't talked about him a lot. Okay, wait, no. Who? What do we need to explain? What context do we need to give for this episode?
I don't know.
Uh,
can't just give
I
context
feel
on
like Malik keeps track of all of it.
usually I do, but I was kind of zoned out with this one. I'm not in podcast mode right now.
Mal, you're
Um,
an extremely mysterious person. Like,
Can
you
you
just
elaborate
don't,
on that?
you just,
can you elaborate?
whenever we're hanging out, you just don't talk much. And you just take all of it in without really talking much.
I mean, yeah,
That's
it's
just
pretty simple. I speak when I have something to say. That's all there is
That's
to
not,
it.
I think
it's a
that's not,
respectable mindset. Some people just like if it's not really worth saying, then if it doesn't really add much, then
Mhm.
I've heard that like a
yeah.
lot of people consider like quiet people more likable sometimes, just
Hey,
because
Yeah,
it's
that's very
I don't
true
know.
though.
I
I
have heard that.
that's
that's
true.
probably
Nick is
why.
always telling me that he laughs at all my jokes, and that's probably because I don't tell that many. I only tell them when I think it's gonna be kind of funny.
True.
Yeah, but like Nick always says about how funny of a guy you are, but the thing is you don't attempt jokes very much. If I wanted
Yes,
to
he
be
does.
really
I,
funny,
he says
okay,
lots and lots of
okay,
jokes. Have you
if I
met him
wanted
around
to
him?
be okay, I'm just gonna take Nick down on how you're funnier than me. If I wanted to say a funny joke, I could think of one, and then I would realize it's funny, and then I would tell it. But the thing is, I don't just want to never talk and then eventually tell a joke. I want to
You live
talk and
with
tell
her?
dumb jokes. If
Do you want to talk about
sometimes,
something?
oftentimes I know exactly what's gonna make you guys laugh, and sometimes I intentionally mispronounce stuff to make you guys laugh, and intentionally like. Oftentimes, I just when I intentionally missay stuff, that's just me trying to make you guys laugh.
think of
Right.
think of me
Okay.
as like a really well edited video where like the old unedited footage was like an hour long, and this one's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just, you cut out the boring stuff. That's me.
Oh, I see.
Are you
Sometimes
sure though? Like, cause
the boring stuff is interesting, just as a
yeah,
behind the scenes. But you're also that is a good perspective.
Mhm. So yeah, that's how I see myself with not talking. Like if I don't have something good to say, then I'm not gonna say it.
I mean,
Micah's
I guess that's
kind of
fair.
like that, but I feel like Micah half the time like says what's on his mind, even if it's the most boring thing. Like, bro, dude, I drank so much milk at work today,
Yeah,
or
no,
like,
he's the exact opposite of me.
He kind of is though.
but it doesn't feel like it
He talks a
No,
lot. No, he talks a lot. Trust me, I know.
I mean Isaac, I know too. I've been around him just as much as you.
Personally, I find
Oh,
people who talk a lot more likable. That's probably just cause I'm like that.
That'll do it.
I don't know.
hmm
Wow, that's very
And
rude to Matt.
Wushi,
Try
no,
to take.
that wasn't even mean towards Mally. I'm just saying. I mean, hanging
I
out with
find them both
Mally is
likable
fun
in their
because
own right.
if you're talking one on one, just you and someone else, then it's easier to actually have a conversation. Because
Mhm.
if you're in a big group, sometimes you don't feel that like you're that necessary to the conversation because it's not going to be affected that much if you're not included. Sometimes that's how
That is
it
true,
is.
but I am the kind of
But
person that stresses when it's like a one-on-one conversation for no reason. I'm like, oh
um,
man, we gotta saying something every single second. Oh man, I gotta say something.
I
Even
don't feel
Oh
that.
man.
even
Oh,
like with a lot of
well,
one-on-one for me, a lot of the time I'll just be like, "Mhm. Yeah." And it's not that I'm not listening, I just don't know what to respond.
me too.
Yeah, I'm so glad you don't do the wow thing anymore.
It's
He still
probably gonna
does
come
that.
back to okay, right now my default response is that'll do it. And I don't even know what that's supposed to mean half the time, but I say it.
Yeah, I
You
heard you
do
say
say
that.
that.
I heard you say that earlier, and I was just like, that makes no sense. And
I say that sometimes. That'll do it.
That's just become
It's
my
kind of
default
like a
response, and I think it
fire.
actually started on this podcast. Like you
yeah,
can hear me saying that on the first episode.
yeah, Mally, the fact that you told me that that's your default response is gonna spark some sort of controversy later down the line.
Yeah,
For some
eventually it's
reason,
gonna be too much for you.
I get
I
really
don't know.
I get really mad at robotic responses. If you can tell that they're robotic and they're not people aren't listening, then that's just It makes me mad. That's
Just
one thing that really pushes my buttons. Like Corey's yup.
just know that
Nope.
just know that if I'm
Nope.
talking one on one with you and I use a default response, I am probably listening. I just have nothing to say. It's only in like
Nope.
Yeah.
a big group
When
where
or when
sometimes
when you say like okay and just stuff like that and common responses, but if it's the same thing every time you say wow, like the only thing you ever responded to me with was wow,
okay,
and it made me so
I
mad.
to
let's
be
keep
fair,
this positive vibes. I can tell Isaac's a bit
Yeah.
grumpy.
to be fair,
Isaac's
with the
Isaac's
wow,
not here to the Mondays.
with the wow, that was almost never like I don't know what to say. That really was just me saying I don't care. But with most of my default
It was.
responses, I'm I just don't know what to
Yeah.
say.
I mean that'll do it. Just doesn't make me all that mad, cause I can tell you're listening in. I could just tell. Or the wow also just sounded so condescending. It was just the most condescending sounding thing ever. And I mean that's
That's
also
why
why I
you
got
get
mad
over
at
it.
Corey's Yup. Like Corey's Yup sounded so condescending, bro.
Really, I always see his
It's
yup
not
as like taking a
condescending.
command, like someone tells
I
me to
know.
do something and he's like, "Yup."
Or when he's got
I
that like
I
sort of half smile on his face and he's like twirling his hair, he's like, "Yelp," the way Corey
yeah.
does, you know.
Yeah, like I always think of that as him just trying to tell you he does not care at all about what you're saying.
I don't get why you're
And so
analyzing this
that's why I
yelp
get
so much.
mad about it. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't really
know.
like this conversation topic. I'm gonna loop it around. I'm gonna keep the
Okay.
conversation, but I'm gonna make it positive.
Relation.
Personally, I'm the type of guy, even if someone says something I don't really care, I just kind of have to respond. I'm like the
Yeah,
type of
same.
guy that responds to like everyone that talks to me. I literally like I even respond to Mr. Alt like a percentage of the time.
I
That's how
wish I had
dedicated.
your patience, man. Sometimes I'll just like go
I'm
invisible.
not saying you don't have patience. I
Yeah.
just yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like I have to have patience with people, or and if I don't, then I'll be a hypocrite.
Oh,
Cause I have to have a lot of patience to be around.
There some people where I'll respond immediately. Usually the people that I don't talk to as much, that I really enjoy talking to. And then there are other people that, yeah, I would enjoy talking to them, but not right now. And then there's the people that I just
Yeah.
straight up don't want to talk to.
Yeah. The only times I really get annoyed at when talking to people is usually just like little kids when they're talking to me.
True.
Sometimes I can get not always, but sometimes. They're usually fun to talk to, but sometimes they just want to talk to you and nothing else, and that's really the only time
That
I can get
I
annoyed by
I
it.
always see like talking to a young child is like it's I don't see it as a conversation. I feel like I'm playing a character and I just don't enjoy it.
really?
I guess that's true.
I like it. Actually, I don't know.
It's
In the
kind of
past, I
fun.
really liked it, but for some reason, in the past month or something, whenever Corey's siblings talk to me or something, I just get bored and I don't really want to answer. It's
Yeah.
strange. But I like little kids normally. It's just I don't know. It changed for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, the thing is with Corey's brother Obi. Sometimes he says something to you, and like you say yes, but oftentimes I had no clue what I was agreeing to, and then I regretted it a few seconds later. After I
Really?
already no, I had no clue what he was saying, and then he asked me yes or no, and I was like yes, and then he started dragging me around the building nonstop.
Bro,
It's so annoying.
Oh,
at the family camp that I attended, like the my little cousins, Corey's brothers, one of them, he was just going on and on about how like about alligators in the water or something, and then he was like pointing at seagulls, calling them ducks, and I was just, uh, Dangus and
Funny.
Corey were playing chess, so I didn't really have an excuse to end it. So I just kind of sit there and humored him about the alligators and the ducks.
that sucks, man.
That's fun. But it's just with Obi you never I mean or I think it's Caleb. Caleb oftentimes I just agree to something I never I don't know exactly what I'm agreeing to.
Ben,
I haven't
Honestly,
accidentally agreed to something.
Sometimes having a conversation with them is scary because you don't know when you're gonna accidentally agree to something.
And they
that's why you say
they all,
bow to everything.
I do feel bad for you because they're in a stage where they like really enjoy talking to you because they think it's funny to call you Nick.
Yeah, they always call me Nick, and whenever
They
I say
still do
Nick,
the thing.
not even to them, they just come up to me and start hugging me and say Nick.
Were they saying the Nick thing at family camp?
No, they don't pull that
Uh,
charade around the family. Just you guys.
oh, just okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm in the mood to have fun with them. Sometimes I.
I mean, they're fun people. That if they're fun, to be honest,
I mean,
sometimes.
it can be fun, but it's like someone DMing you on Discord. Like sometimes it's just like not right now, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Mr. All DMing you sometimes. That's what it feels like.
Kinda.
Mm.
I care about like. I feel like I'm one of the only person in the boys' friend group at our church that cares about like the non-boy people in our families. And I don't know why I said that. That's not really relevant.
No, go on.
That's
I want to hear
that
about this.
that might be the most. I have no clue what you're saying in this, to be
Yeah,
honest.
same. That's why I want to
I,
hear
I
about
don't
this.
I just cannot process what you're saying right
Yeah,
now.
actually,
I
same.
don't know.
Can you explain it further? I have no clue what you're really saying.
Not really relevant. I feel like I was mainly thinking about how I kind of like the girls' friend group at church, and no one else in the guys' friend group like really cares in the slightest. But
Yeah,
I kind of do. Not even
Yeah.
guys and girls anymore.
yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I kind of care.
I don't know. I don't know why I said that. It's not really relevant, but I did.
Hey, if something pops into mind, go ahead and say it. We're going topicless this time. Even if
Oh.
what?
Green Hill Zone.
Green
Okay.
Hill Zone.
Muncher is now
Oh my.
banned from saying whatever pops to his mind.
Oh no.
Okay. Aw.
But yeah. Just go ahead. You're the guest here.
Yeah,
I could
you
I
gotta
could
talk.
I could talk about Mara for a while, but I don't really.
No, okay.
Okay, you're
I'm gonna be
banned.
honest. I do not want to listen to anything about. Or I enjoy you talking about Mara, but I want our podcast to
Not
be
on the
of.
podcast, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah. That's
enjoy
what
hearing about. I enjoy hearing about Mara, but it's just not good on the podcast.
Anyways, not relevant. Not relevant. I told her to listen to this podcast. Actually, I was just calling her
Okay,
before this.
please stop.
told her to
Okay, no one cares. No one on the podcast is gonna care about what you're saying.
To be fair,
Okay,
this is
please
I did
stop.
say something that has to do with this podcast.
Fine.
I told her she should listen to it, and now she's gonna hear this. Hey, Mara, shout outs to you.
No,
You're
she's
very.
probably not gonna listen to it.
She might if I'm on it.
True.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's a good point.
The Eli guy episode.
It's Eli.
Yeah. Bro, why is it so hot in my room right now? I hate it.
Cause you're in it.
Oh, that's.
Ooh.
I mean, that is a good point. That is a good point. I mean, by that logic, I bet Wushi's room would be super hot.
It actually
Guys.
is though.
Guys, we should
I
start.
wonder why.
Bro,
man.
I have two fans running in my room at all times. When I turn them off, which I have to for this podcast, whew,
Ooh. I mean, I wonder why. I wonder why though. You know.
mm-hmm.
When I was in first grade, everyone in our class always went ooh at the same time, and the teacher got annoyed by it when literally anything happened. We should do that in our friend group. We're just like ooh.
It's such a funny
Yeah.
response.
I mean, that's just like a response that children give.
Ooh, oh snap.
I love Wushi. I love in the Good Burger thumbnail how it kind of has that shadow.
The
You
shadow?
know, the
Hold on.
shadow underneath. It kind of looks like a paper cutout because you have that shadow underneath.
Oh yeah.
I
That
mean, that's probably because I've literally been staring at that for the entire podcast.
Hey, that was
You
one of
know,
my better thumbnails.
do you know?
I did
It
good
is a
with
good.
that one.
I'm liking
You know
all
when
the
you
thumbs. They're all solid.
Do you know when you kind of just stare at one image for a really long time and eventually like
Yeah,
and
in
notice
the
really
Nick episode, we were staring at a gif of a rhino pooping.
yeah
Real-
yeah
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That was me.
We were sending each, like, I don't remember how it happened, but we were sending each other poop gifts, and that was like the last one that we sent. And then for the rest of the episode, we were looking at that.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now.
Don't send a poop gift, man.
Some-
You'll
Sometimes I
see
just
what it is.
stare. Sometimes
I
I
don't.
just stare at one thing for like a while, and then I'm like, sometimes when the teacher is talking in school, there's one object in the classroom that I just look at, and I'm like, oh, they should just change that one thing. It would be way more. Have you ever done that? It would be way more satisfying and good looking if they changed that one thing, and then I cannot focus on the class. And before I know it, I've missed the entire assignment, everything I'm supposed to do because of how annoyed I am by that one small thing.
I just go from like object to object, thought to thought, you know. I don't
I
fixate
go
on
from
just one
thought to
thing.
thought. I go from thought to thought, but like often I just focus on one object specifically. Like, do you ever just stare at patterns
Oh, I've stared
in
at patterns
objects?
before.
I
Yeah,
like staring at patterns.
I often that's I literally stare at patterns with all my brain power. I don't even know how I do it. I just do it for hours in class.
Is it like when there's like tiles in the ceiling and then it gets cut off or
Yeah,
something?
There you go,
yeah,
guys.
like that.
Just do it.
Exactly like that, but just in different patterns sometimes.
This is so random. I should have picked a gift. Actually, I don't know if you guys are gonna find this that funny.
It's
It's
you
a
want to
meme I
explain
made
your
up.
little Puss in Boots meme there to the viewers?
Basically,
This is not funny, but I laughed at it because I felt bad not
I
laughing
laughed at
at
it because I saw Puss in Boots.
Yeah, that's true. But
there's
I
two
mean that guy's never afraid. Let's be honest.
For real though.
I'll explain it to the audience. There's two pictures of Puss in Boots. One is him standing there nonchalantly. The other is him just being a party animal and like waving his glass of leche in the air and being all crazy. The first one is Mom around her married family. That's the caption for the first one. The second one is Mom around her siblings and cousins. And because that's true, she gets crazy around her siblings and cousins, and it's kind of entertaining.
That's very insightful, Elisha. Moving on.
I'm
I
gonna go
know
back
it's
up to the thumbnail.
Yeah. I already no I no literally right before you said that I just automatically I wasn't even thinking about it. My brain just automatically scrolled up back to the thumbnail that you're staring
You
at.
gotta figure out what makes it look so much like a sticker.
Or no. The 8, the thing that annoys me about the 8 right now is it's disproportionate. It's slightly disproportionate because the front of the 8 has just a little bit more. It has a little bit more 3D than the back of the 8, and if you look at it for long enough, it really annoys me because it looks like it's tilted back slightly, and it just does not fit with the thumbnail, and I hate it.
I don't see it, but I'm also on a smaller screen than you.
I mean, I can
Yeah,
see what you're saying because I had to squeeze the yellow and the purple colors in there.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
you
pretty
also
packed
haven't been
3D
staring
effect.
at but you haven't stared at the same image for like over 50 minutes.
He drew it, bro.
I know.
So yeah, he
I
did.
love it. I love it though. I'm not.
Well,
It's
I
a
didn't
great
draw
image.
the 8. That's that I typed that and then put filters on it.
And
Yeah.
I just love the image though because
Surfing on
I
the
love.
tomato and the pickle.
Yeah, if you look at it closely enough, it kind of looks like it's kind of a paper image popping out because there's slight shadows on it.
Yeah, that's why you put the shadows there so it pops out and you
Yeah,
can decipher it from the background.
but one thing that annoys me about it is, and I guess it would make sense in context of 3D, but on the other side, on the side where with you, it doesn't have as much, so it looks like it's not popping out. So to me right now, it kind of looks like on my side it's paper image popping out, but on your side it just is going back into the thing, and that annoys me.
How long did it take to draw that picture?
It was like 2 sittings, I'd say.
Wow. That's probably the best thumbnail picture, I think. It's really good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is a great thumbnail.
That one I like had to heavily analyze the pose of the Good Burger people.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I haven't even gotten to the part in that podcast where you talk.
The thought of you staring at Good Burger for multiple hours is just such a
I
happy thought.
stared at that box art or that poster.
Oh man, I love that. It's like they're surfing on his.
They're
His
surfing
secret
on tomatoes
sauce
and
is
pickles.
so good.
Look up the poster. You'll
And,
see exactly
and
what
they're
I
surfing on his
was
and they're
drawing.
surfing on his secret sauce. No, I have memorized that poster by heart.
Oh, okay. You know exactly what this is a reference to
Yeah,
then.
they're surfing on tomatoes and pickles and his secret sauce, and
Mhm.
it's like, it's just such a
Oh,
good poster.
dude, I'm gonna look up that poster now. It is a good poster.
Yeah.
It's such a good poster, man. Mom around her married family, mom around her siblings and cousins.
You scroll
When
back
Good
down
Burger
there.
2 comes out, then we have to see it with Tim. Me, all like the whole friend group plus Tim, since he introduced it to us, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
we gotta have Tim as a special guest on one of our podcasts.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you do.
I feel like we could
That would
actually. I feel like he might
Yeah,
be
I feel
willing
like
to.
we could. Do you think it would be interesting? How do you think that would go? That would be so interesting.
He would
That
I
would be
feel
fun.
tell us jokes like
I feel like it could
random
honestly be good. I feel like
random
that'd be very
Isaac style jokes, you know?
yeah. But I think the audience is already used to that from me though.
Yeah. You
So
two
it
would
wouldn't
be a
be an issue.
powerful source together.
Yeah.
You would tell that baloney's joke like over and over again.
No, imagine a podcast with both me and James, and we were both extremely hyper at that moment. We were both telling maximum poop jokes.
It would still
Guys,
be called Two Poops in a Pod.
I'm looking at the Good Burger picture.
Yeah. In
Isaac,
the
why
thumbnail,
did you, or not the thumbnail? I'm looking at the poster. Have you
this
stared at
is
the actual
interesting.
poster for a while?
Yeah, I'm still staring at the poster. If you cover up all the shadows with your thumbs, then it doesn't look like it's popping out anymore. And I know it makes sense why, but it's just interesting.
It's almost as if that's what the shadows are for.
Yeah, if you cover up the shadows, then this is like it's popping out anymore.
It's not big enough.
Really?
I know it's obvious, but it's just interesting to me. It's just so interesting.
I don't see. Where are the shadows at that you're talking?
How are you covering up all
No.
the shadows at once while still revealing the original image?
Only the shadows, not all the shadows of the letters and stuff. Just like a lot of them.
I want to see what your
What?
hands look like on your monitor right now.
I'm gonna go look. I'll describe it. I'm heading into his room. I'm walking. I'm going. What? He's not even sitting in front of his monitor. He's sitting on his bed in his phone.
I wasn't on the monitor. I was on my phone this whole time.
Oh, wait. It's double
Oh
audio
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, get out of there.
I don't want to turn my lights off.
Ah. Okay, man, I really
Bro,
wanted to
he
see
didn't
how
turn
he was
my
covering
lights
up
off.
that
What a
shadow.
loser.
This guy.
Elijah, turn my lights off. My phone is plugged in.
It's
right
happening.
now.
The argument's happening.
Yes. No, but the
Argument.
thing is, my phone was plugged in, so I couldn't get up and still be in the call. I would have to
I still want
put
to.
my
I still want to
entire
do that.
phone down.
God, the switch. Oh.
Great
Bro,
job, Elijah. Everyone
mine.
cares. Everyone cares.
Isaac, your jokes aren't funny.
Hey, I'm not gonna
They're
take that.
Well, maybe I'm not trying to be funny. Maybe I'm only trying to be funny to myself. Maybe I'm trying not to be funny to anyone else. Maybe I only tell the jokes for my own amusement.
Wow.
And maybe I'll tell my jokes.
Respectable.
Wow.
Yes.
I know. I was trying to get you mad. Your jokes are good quite often.
Objectively
I mean,
good.
I could go into Nick mode and just tell you all the problems with yourself.
Well, if you wait,
No,
actually,
Nick. I love Nick.
Whooshy. If you click on the image in Discord, it changes from the image itself changes from having rounded edges to having like just sharp edges.
What?
Yeah.
So
It
if
does,
you're in the
actually. I
image
like
and then
Nick.
if you click on it, change to having a rounded image, which shows you just slightly more of the image than if you weren't. But I don't.
Oh,
but
like
it's
you
not-
can make out the pixels?
No, the edges are
I mean, no,
rounded.
it shows you slightly more, but not enough to actually see anything more in this
It is
particular case.
satisfying.
Then
I see.
Oh, hold
you
up. Wait,
you
I
can't
could do
see
the
anything
shadow
more in this
thing too.
particular case.
Do you think
Oh,
do you think any Two Poops in a Pod fans are gonna analyze these thumbnails?
Maybe. I mean, if they're recording, if you're just sitting in front of something and that you just kind of, what happens with me is I don't usually consciously analyze it. Normally, I've just subconsciously analyzed it, and then a really long time later, I realize I've been subconsciously analyzing it for
Wait,
like
scroll
hours.
up to the episode 6 thumbnail where I intentionally made the drawing bad to be a joke about how I didn't have any time to draw it.
It's just weird seeing that. It's just weird seeing that pattern not in that thumbnail I was staring at for hours. It's just not right seeing that pattern and not the thumbnail I was staring at for hours.
I'm so glad there's a picture of a toilet on your desk. I didn't
Yeah,
notice that until
I needed something to put on my second monitor.
What?
so
You have
good.
two monitors? I didn't even know that.
But
Yeah.
Isaac, I did the covering up the shadow thing with your finger, and you are right. It stops looking like it's popping out for a second.
Yeah,
That's
it's. I know it's kind of obvious, but it's just interesting.
No,
It's.
it's a
it
great
is
analysis. You should start making these thumbnails. You're learning.
Yeah.
you should make a thumbnail.
I
Yeah,
feel like I wouldn't be. I feel
okay.
like I could, but I just don't know how to draw very
I
well.
want to make this thumbnail because I want to draw Elisha for it, but I want you to make one of the
Yeah.
thumbnails.
Oh yeah, you should. You should also have me draw. You should just. You could reuse the same thumbnail used, but you should just have a picture of me staring at this good burger thumbnail.
I mean, know that it would be a very different art style, obviously.
Hmm.
It would not. Okay. I think the best I could do would be worse than the one that you tried to make look bad.
Come on, you can do better than that. I saw it.
I mean,
Okay, I don't
maybe.
know what you're doing for those Geometry Dash levels that you upload on your YouTube channel, but they are visually impressive. You got to have some artistic talent.
I mean, the
That-
thing about those is I could make something really awesome, but I actually probably could say make something awesome if I really wanted to. Yeah. Those are great though. Like I literally put 6 months into my most recent one, bro.
That one was crazy. Like, is there like
Yeah, I know.
pre-made assets that you used, or did you make all that?
I pretty much made pretty much every asset. I mean, there are pre-made assets for most of them.
That's pretty wild, though. Like, I was impressed by that. That was
I
crazy.
probably spent like 200 to 300 plus hours in the
Oh,
editor for that level.
I'm so glad you're giving him the love he needs with Geometry Dash.
No, he deserved. Watch his latest video. That was crazy visuals on that.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now. I want to. It is very, very good. I don't know. It is very good, Isaac. I'm proud of it. Isaac. It was actually kind of adorable. Isaac was really wanted me to show him this level today, and he was like, "I'm so proud of the transition." And I could see him like laugh, like smiling to himself. And he was like running, like shaking and getting super excited because he was proud. Adorable.
No,
Cute.
I just spent the entire day working on that transition and it finally looked good.
I get it. That happens to me with a lot of stuff I make. I'm gonna have to cut this out. I thought I wasn't gonna have to edit this one that much.
Nah.
You,
Wait, why do you have to cut it?
you might be able to
That was a long silence right there. I
Wasn't
don't
that
let that slide usually. Listen,
Oh, okay.
the attention spans are going down,
Yeah, yeah.
so I
Oh,
gotta.
okay, at this point in time we can probably just end it soon since we're over an hour.
That's true, but I'm having a good time, so we gotta really like run out.
Me too. I like this.
Personally,
This is
I'm kind of bored. Oh, James Hermanson sent me a chat.
Wonder what he
He's
said.
just said wow. He said wow.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna send a video. Okay,
It
I'm gonna
sends
send a
chills
video.
down your spine.
Wow.
What are you sending there, bud? What were you saying?
I don't really know. I just everything I said there, I sent in a video snap. I told him I applied for a job. Bro, how did he how did he open it? I literally sent like 2 seconds and he already opened it. How is that physically possible?
He answers really quickly.
I know, like My phone, even if I clicked on it, the frame the notification got there, I could not. It would take more time to load than.
You gotta start sending James your Puss in Boots snaps.
Yeah, Isaac. That's why Nick and James started talking so much. I think Nick said because James answers quickly or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true. Puss in Boots is never afraid. He's never been touched by a blade.
He's had never. He just had a little bit of Italian Mario in them. He's never been touched by a blade.
He kind.
By a blade.
I noticed that whenever Muncher like speaks in a funny accent, he kind of like mixes up his accents.
Me too. I
I-
kind of
okay.
do that because
This wasn't even an accent, but I heard him doing like a Cranky Kong from Mario movie impression. He was straight up just doing a British accent.
to be fair, I
okay.
think Frankie
For
Kong
me,
I don't know what his accent is. It's just a weird voice.
Yeah, it's just a voice. It's not an accent.
Yeah. Personally,
I heard you want my army.
personally, for me right now, I kind of want to be done with the podcast since I really just want to go on the walk. I really
Oh.
want to.
All
I
right.
promise to make a walk regular show binge after this.
Yes, I love regular show. Okay, so let's do the outro again.
All right.
I think that was a cute. That was a cute.
I love your profile picture. It's so adorable.
Oh, isn't it cute?
Aw.
It's so
But
Yeah,
that's the one
he's
that
so
walks away.
adorable.
That's the dog that walks away when you tell jokes.
Yeah, she walks away when I tell jokes, but she's still so cute.
Viewers, it's the dog May. It's May. It's a really cute
It's our dog. It's our dog.
Oh, he's so
It's
cute.
No, you can't deny that's a cute picture.
Oh, it just feels so bad for him.
Wushi, do you think it's
Oh, let me
cute?
see the picture. Why is the dog? What did you do to make the dog cry?
Not crying. They just
Not
got a
crying.
really good image.
It's just a picture of it.
Okay, Eli guy, do you want to do the outro?
Oh, I want to still with this picture of me.
Hey, oh, Wushi's just kind of.
I want to say hi to May now. I do.
Anyways,
kind of.
guys, that's gonna be the end of this episode of Two Poops in a Pod. Before we start recording, we decided that we were gonna start doing bi-weekly uploads instead of weekly uploads. What?
Wushi. Can I do the outro this time?
Fine.
Oh,
I did
so
it last
cute.
time.
Guys, the lighting makes it look like she has little sad eyebrows. It makes her look like she's looking at you
Okay,
sadly.
ready, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Bye.
Always with the music. We don't need this every outro, dude.